reasons why you should start learning French now. Why French? Why now? What if I told you that learning French could give you more than just the ability to say bonjour and merci? Maybe you have been thinking about learning French for a while. You have saved French videos, you have downloaded an app, you have even learned a few words, but then you tell yourself, I will start when I have more time, I will start after my exams, I will start when my English is better. Or maybe you are thinking, but why should I learn French when your English is already so important? Well, let me give you 3 reasons why you should start learning French now, especially if you are a student or young professional in India. And trust me, the third reason is something you might not have thought of. So stay until the end, because I will also tell you how you can start learning French today, even if you know absolutely nothing. So reason number 1, French can open career opportunities. Let's start with one of the most important reasons, your career. We often think of having a foreign language as a hobby, something we do because we love movies, travel, or French culture, and yet those are great reasons. But French can also become a professional skill. Think about it, if you already have a degree or professional qualification and you can also speak French, you are adding another skill to your profile, and that can help you stand out. For example, depending on your qualifications and experiences, French can be useful in areas like customer support, translation, content creation, tourism and hospitality, education, international business, BPO and multinational companies, and roles where employees communicate with French-speaking clients or teams. And this is something I really want students to understand. You don't really need to choose between your main career and French. You can combine them. For example, if you are interested in technology plus French, you can explore opportunities involving French-speaking clients. If you are interested in businesses plus French, you can work with international companies. If you are interested in content creation plus French, you can create educational or cultural content. And if you are interested in teaching plus French, you can teach the language. And if you are interested in travel and hospitality, French can help you communicate with French-speaking travelers. So instead of thinking French is my career, think French can become an additional advantage in my career. And there's another important point. In a competitive job market, many people may have similar degrees, but not everyone has the same combination of skills. Imagine 2 candidates who have similar qualifications. One knows English, the other knows English and French at a good working level. That second skill could make the profile more interesting in certain roles. Of course, learning French doesn't automatically guarantee a job or a higher salary. Your qualifications, experience, communication skills, and the specific job all matter. But French can give you another door to knock on. And the earlier you start, the more time you have to develop that skill. Now let's move away from career, because French isn't just about jobs. The second reason to learn French is it gives you an access to an entire world of people, culture, history, art, cinema, literature, and ideas. So French is spoken across different parts of the world, not just France, and that means learning French can connect you with cultures from different countries and regions. Think about French cinema, French music, French literature, fashion, art, food, history, travel, and even everyday conversations. You might watch a French movie with subtitles today, but imagine reaching a point where you can understand parts of it without constantly looking at the subtitles. There's a completely different experience. And here's something beautiful about learning a language. You don't just learn new words, you start understanding how another culture thinks and communicates. For example, when you learn French expressions, you may discover that they don't always have a perfect word-for-word equivalent in English or Hindi. And that's where language learning becomes interesting. You are not simply memorizing vocabulary, you are discovering another way of expressing an idea. Even something as simple as sawa can mean different things depending on context. It can be how are you okay, how's it going? And when you start understanding these little differences, your French becomes much more natural. Another great thing is travel. Maybe one day you want to visit Paris or Lyon or Nice or Bordeaux or somewhere else in the French speaking world. and knowing even basic French can make your experience more enjoyable. You can order food, ask for directions, introduce yourself, understand signs, have simple conversations, and most importantly, you can interact with people instead of experiencing the country only as a tourist. And let's be honest, there is something incredibly satisfying about traveling somewhere and being able to say, Bonjour, je voudrais un café s'il vous plaît, instead of immediately switching to English. Even if your French isn't perfect, making that effort can be meaningful. And that's one of the reasons I believe you shouldn't wait until you are ready, because language learning itself is what makes you ready. Now let's move on to reason number 3. French trains your brain and builds confidence. And honestly, this is my favorite one. So learning French can change the way you think about language and even about yourself. When you learn another language, your brain has to constantly make connections. You learn new sounds, new sentence structures, new vocabulary, new ways of expressing yourself and ideas. You start noticing patterns that you have never noticed before. For example, when you learn French nouns, you have to think about, is it masculine or feminine? When you learn verbs, you start thinking about who is doing the action, why, what is it happening, which verb form should I use or do I need. And when you listen to French speakers, you begin identifying sounds, rhythm, pronunciation, patterns. At first this can be difficult, but gradually your brain starts recognizing these patterns automatically. And there's something else that can happen. Your confidence grows. Think about your last French sentence or your first French sentence. Maybe you struggle to say je m'appelle, but after practicing, you can introduce yourself. Then you learn j'ai 24 ans, then j'habite, then j'aime, and suddenly you are having a basic conversation. That progress feels amazing because you are not just learning French, you are proving to yourself, I can learn something that I shouldn't do before. And that mindset is powerful. Maybe you think you are good at languages, maybe you have always believed I don't have a language learning brain, but sometimes the problem isn't your ability, it's simply that you haven't found the right method of giving yourself enough time. You don't need to be a naturally gifted, you need consistency, practice, patience, and a willingness to make mistakes, and that's the biggest secret. You don't need to learn everything at once. You don't need to memorize 5,000 French words in a month. You don't need to understand every French grammar rule. You don't need a perfect French accent. You just need to improve a little more day by day. Now, you must be thinking why you should start now, right? And not someday. Now let's come to the word that I used at the beginning. Why not next month? Why not next year? Because language learning is a long-term process. If you start today, learn for just 15-20 minutes every day, you are building a habit. 1 month from now, you know more than you know today. 6 months from now, you will know even much more. And a year from now, you might be having conversations that you currently are not able to imagine. But if you will keep saying, I will start later, you will be exactly in the same place. So don't wait for the perfect moment, start with the time you have now, even if it's just 10 minutes. So if I have convinced you to start learning French, here's what I want you to do next. Don't open 10 different apps. Don't buy 5 different books. Don't overwhelm yourself. Start with these 5 things. Number 1, learn the French alphabet and basic pronunciation. Number 2, learn basic greetings like bonjour, bonsoir, salut, au revoir. Number 3, learn how to introduce yourself. For example, bonjour, je m'appelle. And number 4, learn numbers and everyday vocabulary. Number 5, start speaking from day 1. Even if your sentence is wrong or if you are making simple sentence. Remember, you don't become confident and then start speaking French. You start speaking French and that's how you become confident. So if French has been on your someday list, so maybe today is the day to move it to your I am starting list. So why do you want to learn French? Let me know in the comment sections. Is it for career, travel, culture, or simply because you love the language? I would love to know in the comments. And merci d'avoir regardé cette vidéo. I will see you in the next video. Till then, take care of yourself. À bientôt. Au revoir.